Go ahead. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Jack is here. We just arrived at the park and today we're going to be starting a new video. It's going to be a new reading vlog because I just got something in the mail. Are you excited? Are you excited, Jack?
Yeah.
We just got The Crown of Gilded Bones in the mail. This is the third book in the From Blood and Ash series and I'm super excited for it. I think the delivery guy thought I was crazy because I grabbed the package and ran way too quickly into the house to start reading. I haven't started reading yet because someone wanted to come to the park. So we are going to be starting our reading vlog in the park. Come on, Bucko. So someone's gonna be playing while mommy is reading. So let's go on this crazy journey together and see where Poppy and Hawk / Castile, let's see where this journey takes us.
Why done up, Mom? Why done up?
Because it's daylight.
Daylight?
Okay, so I am back from the park. It's a pretty warm day here in Southern California, and I am 67 pages in so far, so I'm just getting to chapter 5, which I've read the first 3 chapters before, because Jennifer L. Armentrout posted it on her blog. I want to say it was like 30 days ago. I think she was marking like the 30-day mark, which made the wait even worse because it was a bigger cliffhanger than before, or than the second book. So if you have read at least this far, you know, I'm gonna try not to give too much away, but I was very surprised with the whole Beckett thing. Very surprised. I wasn't expecting that. Even when I read the first 3 chapters originally. And then I guess so far, the only other thing I can say without giving too much is I've never liked Alistair. In the second one, something was off with him. And this, so far in the first few chapters, has confirmed it. I didn't like Alistair then, I don't like Alistair now, and I hope Alistair meets a very long and painful death. I guess that would be the theme of the From Blood and Ash series. They're very murderous little creatures, so they love pain and death and gore, so I hope he does not go quickly after everything he has done. So yeah, I won't go into too much detail about what he did or why I feel that way because I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to spoil the book. I want everybody to enjoy it. But yeah, so I'm going to keep going and see how far I can get tonight. So I just realized I've been rocking this whole time because I'm in the rocker. So if it moves a lot, I am so sorry. Okay, we'll see you in the next check-in. Hi everyone, it is now Thursday, probably about mid-morning. I didn't really get to read much yesterday, which was Wednesday, but I am at chapter 12 at about page 155 of The Crown of Gilded Bones. So for this one, I don't really know how to... Jack's playing Smash Brothers. If you heard him say he died, it's because he died in the game. I don't really know how to discuss this book without spoiling anything from the series because it's getting good. It is. But how do I discuss it? Maybe just things that I like. I'm trying really hard not to spoil things. But I really think out of everybody, and I know people are going to say, Poppy's my favorite, Hawk's my favorite, or if you call him Castile, whatever. Kieran is my favorite. I just love him. He is so funny. And if you guys, I'm guessing if you're watching this reading vlog, then you have read at least from Blood and Ash. Most likely you would have probably had to read, is it Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, or whatever the title of the second one is, to kind of really get a full understanding of Kieran, because I really fell in love with him last book. But just the whole question thing where Poppy's like, I have a question, and Kieran's like, of course you do. Like, you know he loves it, but he just gives her so much crap for it. It's hilarious. But I love Kieran so far. I'm loving that we get to see a whole new side of the Wolven so far in this book. I really, really think the Wolven are my favorite aspect of this book, because, or this series, honestly, they're just such dynamic characters. They just have such a rich history in this kingdom or this fantasy world that I'm loving it. I don't know why. I love it. So we found out some more things about Poppy's history, Poppy's past. I feel like I'm really shaky today. I'm sorry. We found out a lot more about Poppy's past. I won't give too much detail, but it's going to be interesting to see how Castiel's parents, the king and queen of Atlantia, handle it. Because, like, the king has helped in the beginning of this book, has helped Poppy, but we don't know why. We don't know if he was genuinely helping because he genuinely wanted to, or if he has ulterior motives. So, I'm not sure yet. We haven't really heard much about the queen, except from like the first 2 or 3 chapters. I think it was the first 2 she's only been in. So I'm interested to see what happens with the queen and what happens with Atlantia. If you've read the beginning chapters, you know what I'm talking about. Or no, it's actually at the end of Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, I believe. Oh, I don't know. She possibly could be queen of Atlantia, not because she married Cass or Hawk. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So far, 155 pages in, I'm loving it. I have, like 500 pages to go, so I'm sure a lot's going to happen, a lot's going to change. So I'm excited to see the dynamic between hopefully the Atlanteans and Poppy change with Hawk, Cass / Poppy. I would love to see where Kieran goes and the other Wolven. So I'm excited to see where everything kind of lands. So I'm going to continue reading, and yeah, I will see you in the next check-in. Okay, so don't mind my messy kitchen and everything behind me. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm at about page 215. So without giving too much away, we like, I'm part of the book, Poppy and Hawk, or Cass, have made it back to Kieran / Jasper's place. It's Jasper, right? His dad, I think. I don't know. So we just made it there. And pretty much she just experienced like running water. She just experienced running water for the first time and everything. So it's pretty crazy, but they're back in Atlantia. I kind of won't give you any details of where they went or why, but they're back in Atlantia. So now I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen with his parents and how the Atlanteans are going to be towards her. The things that happened with the Wolven when she arrived there is really cool. I really, really enjoyed that. Like I've already said, the Wolven have become like my favorites. Okay, so before I was interrupted by my dog barking, the Wolven, like I've said, has been or is becoming one of my favorite things about this series. So before I continue, my son randomly wants a scrambled egg, and at 2:30, who knows why, he has this weird obsession with eggs lately. I think I'm gonna make myself another iced coffee because, yeah, I think it's an extra coffee day. So yeah, let's just do that real quick. Hi there. It's been a few days since I've checked in because once again, life just happens and gets in the way. What? And so I can't remember when I checked in, maybe Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure. It's now Sunday night. So I have made it to chapter 34, page 440, 445. And so far I am still loving it. Granted, I don't know why I wouldn't love it. It's a series that I love, so obviously I'm not gonna not love it. But I am really enjoying it. I'm kind of moving slower than I thought I would. I thought I would have kind of just blown through this, but again, like I said, life happens. So let's see, where am I at without spoiling too much? Where did I leave off? Oh, I don't know. So I guess I'll just say, kind of go through the parts that I've been liking so far, and if it's repetitive, sorry. Poppy gets to go to that one cove in Atlantia. It's like the first city, that she gets to stay in Atlantia, and it's with Kieran's family, so we get to meet more of Kieran's family and see more of their dynamic, which I'm loving because, again, Kieran is one of my favorites. I think literally my favorite character of the book. We get to learn about the Wolven a lot more, which I'm loving. They're kind of just like a normal family to me. They're just, I don't know, it's just, they're very, very family oriented, and they just, I don't know what is attracting me to them. Sorry, my arm's hurting from holding my phone. But I don't know what it's attracting me to the Wolven, but I'm loving it. So we meet Kieran's mom, which she's just the sweetest thing. We get to meet more of the Wolven and kind of see more of the Wolven's pretty much day-to-day life, which I thought was really cool. What else? Trying not to spoil too much. We kind of figure out what has happened with Alistair and some of his followers. We meet a new type or group of people, non-people. I can't even remember their name, but they're a group. They're not really people. So that was an interesting twist. We get to see a different part of Cass's parents. We get to see like a different side of them where their problem necessarily isn't with Poppy or her powers or anything that has happened. It's just mainly they want what's best for Atlantia. And so that's kind of where the reservation's been. It's not that they don't like Poppy. It's just that they want what's best for Atlantia and Cass, and they don't kind of want her getting in the way. Something big does happen between Cass and Poppy, which I was very surprised, but the turn of events kind of, I guess it didn't surprise me, but it did at the same time, because if it happened, then I don't know if the story could have come back from it. But something big happened between them, but everything seemed to kind of like work out due to it. I know it's kind of vague. I just don't want to spoil everything. We get to meet Ian, her brother. That was interesting. That kind of changes my mind about some people in, oh God, what is the name of the place? Carcedonia? I think it's Carcedonia. I don't know where the Ascended live. They aren't all the way that, not all of them are the way that we are thought, or not all of them are as evil or as bad as we think they are based on what Cass or anybody else has said about them. So that's kind of unique. I wasn't expecting to ever feel kind of like, well, maybe the Ascended aren't as bad as we thought they were, or all of them. So I don't know. So far, I guess the one spoiler I'll give, and this is because you hear it in the second book, so at this point you know possibly what Poppy can have, but she has, where the exact part of that is she's decided to take the throne. So it's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to continue to read, and I will check in hopefully a few times tomorrow. So see you then. Okay, so I have hit chapter 38 now. I am almost to page 500. I'm within like 10 pages, I think. So at this point, I'm trying still not to spoil, but there's going to be a meeting with the Ascended. I don't think that'll give away too many details. There's going to be a meeting with the Ascended, and before that happens, I think they are going to try to wake up, is it Nyctos? Is that how you pronounce it? The god? Is it Nyctos? I think it is. I don't know. They're going to wake up one of the gods. So it's going to be interesting because everybody says it's not done, it can't be done, no one has done it, blah, blah, blah. But because she has the blood of him, or is it Malik? Malik? I don't know. But because she has the blood of the god in her, they think she might be able to succeed in getting in and waking him up, because before that you couldn't get into the land of the gods or whatever. People have died trying, but they think because she has the blood that she may succeed, and they're thinking it's the only way to really kind of get an upper hand on the Ascended. I'm hoping that's not giving too much away. If it is, I'm sorry. So we just met the Council of Elders, which I thought I saw a mosquito. We met Willa Collins. If you know her, she has been like a running joke kind of throughout the series, and the fact that she's alive and we get to meet her, I just love that, because the whole time in this series with the Willa Collins, I can't remember when it came in. Might have been the first book when actually her diary joined this series, or the books. But she's kind of been like a comical factor to the book, because obviously if you guys have read any of the first couple, you know that her diary is all about sex and stuff like that. And so Poppy was reading it because as the maiden, she was never allowed to know anything. And so she was reading it and she was finding answers. And so she was reading it kind of for an educational purposes, but Hawk likes to use it, or Cass likes to use it to kind of like poke fun at her. So the fact that Willa Collins is alive is hilarious, because she doesn't know they have her diary, but they do, and Cass is loving it. Poppy is embarrassed. I think that was so funny. But finally, the line of the whole book I finally just read, which was amazing, when Cass says to the Council of Elders, "You will bow before your queen, or you will bleed before her." Is that exactly the words? Bow before your queen or bleed before her. I think that that's kind of literally, I know that's what she put on the book, and that's kind of like what it is, but this really does, like just simplify the whole book in one sentence. And I love it. So far, I'm still loving it. I am now less than 200 pages from finishing. I am moving so slow. Last month was such a fast reading month, and this month is just such a slow one, so it's killing me. But so yeah, we're just gonna keep going and hopefully finish this book within the next 24 hours. So let's just stick along with me for the ride. Just jumping in here because I just read like a page past where I just said that Willa had no clue they had her diary. She knows. And I don't know, I think that just makes the whole interaction even better. So I'm really hoping Willa is going to be a returning character in this book because I don't know, I just love her. I love her. I've loved her from her diary, and that's Kane. And now I love her as an actual character. Okay, well, excuse me, I'm eating caramel corn as I'm filming this and reading the book. So it is officially hit for like a full fantasy series for me because not only do we have the vampires, the Wolven, which I guess in a sense are like werewolves. You have the Craven, which are like the dead, not alive people. Well, now, and then there's another group of people. I don't want to really spoil too much, but we just got introduced, or we're going to learn or be introduced to, or hopefully see dragons. I think that is the coolest thing. Like, I don't know, I've never really been into like any kind of dragon things except for Harry Potter. So like the Goblet of Fire was really big because those dragons were just so cool. And they weren't just like, I don't know, they didn't seem like the typical dragons to me. So I just think it's cool that we're doing all of this, we're meeting all these different things and these different peoples and beings in this book. And now she's like, hey, we're going to throw in dragons. I'm like, that's cool. It's a possibility. I haven't come across them in the book yet, but it's a possibility, which I think that's exciting for me. Okay, enough rambling on. I'm going to go read more. They found Nyctos. I'm like fangirling. I know it's crazy. I know it's a book, but I don't know. It's just weird. I guess I'm getting to the spoilers. I'm sorry. It's hard not to get this far and not talk about it without spoilers, I guess. I'm sorry. But they've met Nyctos, or they're going to. They see him. So, yeah. They met a dragon, the Draken, as well. It's getting good. It's getting really good. So I finished the Crown of Gilded Bones at about midnight last night. I've kind of taken some time. It's about, I think, midday now on Tuesday. So this is a week. It's a week since the book's been released. I moved a lot slower than I thought I would. But as I've always said, life happens. I had to take some time to process what I read because it's a typical From Blood and Ash book, you know, the typical ending to for one of the books in the series. Not really a cliffhanger, but it just gets you excited for the next one. So I will say the beginning of the book was fantastic. The middle of the book kind of slowed down. I think that's what took me so long. It kind of wasn't as fast paced as I was expecting it to be. Ending, amazing, great. Kind of guessed something like that was going to happen, but I wasn't 100% sure. So ending was great. I'm really excited for the next one. She also just announced that she's going to be doing a book coming out in November or October. I can't remember the name of it, but it's from Nyctos and his consort point of view. So it's going to be, I think it's a From Flesh and Fire new little side series. So I'm excited for that, but I think we have to wait like another year for the next follow-up to the Crown of the Gilded Bones. So that's kind of sad, but without giving spoilers, number one thing I can say about this book is I love Kieran. I've always loved Kieran, and my love for him has grown. He's my favorite character. Like, forget Poppy and Castile. It's Kieran for me. He is the humor of the book. He just brings so much laughter and fun times to this series that I just can't get over him. I love him. The Wolven are my other favorite part of this book because I just love them. I don't know. A big information kind of dump when it comes to Both the queens, the queen of Solus and Cass's mom, happens at the end. That was an interesting tidbit. There's a lot of information that just kind of got dumped on you at the end, so you're kind of like, I need the next book. But Poppy is kind of growing into her. She's always been a badass, but now she's growing into this badass queen, which was nice to see. I'm excited to see what happens in the next book because, yeah, I don't know. I love it. The dragon for me, the dragons, I'm so excited to see what happens with them in the next book. So overall, I gave this book a 4-star out of 5, only because the middle, I think, kind of dragged for me. Other than that, I love the story. I love the characters. I loved everything. So I hope this was not too big of a spoiler video. I tried to keep it as little as possible, but still wanting to talk about the book. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading vlog. If you haven't read the From Blood and Ash series, go pick it up because I love it. I was scared to read it because of the hype, but completely worth it. Such a great fantasy romance series, and this third one was just fantastic. A lot more was added to this series because of it. A lot more information, a lot more everything. So I think it's very, very recommended. I think that you should go get it. Okay, so this is gonna end our reading vlog. I'm really shaky today, I'm sorry. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next reading vlog. Bye.